like I'm sure I'll look back at some of the stuff in 5 years that I'm doing now and being like, yeah, that could have been better, man. That can be a lot better. But that's what's good about having like a growth mindset is that you never really like stagnate. You know, you're always kind of looking to push up a little bit. That you're gonna keep learning.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say it's if you are looking back in 5 years and be like, oh, how did I put out that? I think that's a good sign because it means that you've been growing this entire time. So
Right.
you are making better you are making better choices. You are producing better content, work, anything over time. I think that's really important.
It's a good point. I don't think a lot of people think about that either. Like I think some people think that they get to a point and it's like I've made it. Like I've made it and whatever I put out is gold. And then, you know, that maybe they go back and they like come up with some better stuff, but I I'd be remiss to think of like many people who go back like 5 years and they're like, oh man, that could have been a lot better. A lot of times they're like, oh, that was so dope. That was so great. I'm very much like I sometimes will watch old stuff that I do, and I just have like this, I don't know, my eye for it changes. Like when I did it, I was like, this is great. This is so cool. And then I look back and I'm like, there are some things though that I'll look back on and I'm like, that's good. But it's like that's how I look. I'm like, how about that? I was expecting it not to be that great, but that's okay.
Yep.